Hi, Charla. I just want to thank you so much for talking to me today and taking a little bit of time out of your day. I know you've been talking about a few things with me, so feel free to share any feelings or thoughts that you've been having, and I just really appreciate your time today.
Well, thank you. I have been involved with a family business that's actually owned by my mom, and it's been in business for 40 years. And we're a child development center called Little Dude Ranch, and we take care of kids from age 6 weeks old up to age 13.
Wow.
So it's a lot of kids, and I've been there actually since I was a child, and then I became a teacher, a lifeguard, and then I was the assistant director under another lady that was the director, and which was a very good friend of mine. And then she left, and my biggest dream in life was to be the director of the Little Dude Ranch. So 34 years later, here I am. I'm the director.
So you're saying you've kind of worked through the ranks there.
I have worked through the ranks. I've been through every single solitary thing that we do there. I mean, I've done it. So I now am responsible for all the things that go on over there, and it's quite a big responsibility. And I have been doing the director for about 20 years, and my responsibilities there are very, very big. And I take care of about 30 employees that are teachers. I take care of hiring and firing, and it's very, very hard to find good employees because sometimes what I can pay them is not what they want to make, and so it's hard to find really good people that are good with kids and want to be there, and that's what I want them to like what they're doing. So
you're saying that you're head of all of the hiring.
I am head of all the hiring, and it's a big responsibility for me to find really good people. The other part that's such a big responsibility is making sure those employees do the right thing, because we have so many rules and regulations that teachers have to follow that the state of Texas requires us. I have a book that's 3 inches tall that gives me all the rules. And so it's like my teachers have to be sure they do everything right. I mean, they have to wash their hands. They have to keep their kids clean. They have to totally know exactly where each child is all during the day. They're making sure that they, know what they're doing at all times. So
I can imagine that leaves you feeling overwhelmed.
Oh, it is so overwhelming because, making sure we also have a big thing about ratios and how many teachers can be with children. And when they're infants, you can only have 4 kids with one person. And then when they're older, you can have 15.
Wow.
So the teachers have a huge responsibility because the parents pay for the service and they entrust us with their most precious children, and we have to make sure we take very good care of them. So yes, it is a very overwhelming thing for me. And
so you're saying you're head of all the teachers and the children, basically. It's all on your hands.
It's all in my hands. Plus, I have to answer to the state of Texas, and I also have to answer to the parents that come in every day and look me straight in the eye, and I have to talk to them every day, and then I have to also answer to the grandparents. Mm-hmm. I mean, so it's anybody that, and we also have to make those kids happy, because the kids are what we're there for. So we take care of them.
I can imagine you feel overwhelmed because it's a huge responsibility that you have on your shoulders.
It is a huge responsibility, and I can't be in all 15 of the classrooms making sure that my teachers are all doing the right things. So I have to constantly be walking around and talking to them and making sure they're making the right choices. Plus, children in this day and age are they're constantly misbehaving in some sort of way, and so we have to make sure the kids are doing what they're supposed to be doing too. So it is a very, very big responsibility.
I can imagine you feel anxious because you are the sole responsibility of all the parents, the teachers, the kids, the grandparents.
Oh, talk about anxious. I do. I am very anxious about a lot of things because we're open in the morning. We're open Monday through Saturday from 5:45 in the morning until 10 at night. And so I get phone calls at 5:45 in the morning saying I have 5 teachers out. So I have to constantly be knowing what's going on, and I'll get calls sometimes at 10 at night. So, they're telling me, oh, this child didn't get picked up. And so I have to worry about all these things. And yes, I do get anxious about some of those things. The other thing that makes me sort of anxious is my mom is the owner. And she is not as involved as she was in the family business because she's had a lot of medical and health problems. And she's had a whole lot of surgeries, and so she's kind of been out of it, but she likes to stay. She likes to know everything that goes on. So I go visit her every day after I get off work. I try to go by and check on her and make sure she's doing okay. And the minute I get there, she wants to know all about the whole day and what's gone on with the business. Well, sometimes I don't want to rehash all the things that went on through the day.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you feel frustrated because you've just gotten off work and it's your time to relax, and you're having to retell your day.
Yes. And that just, sometimes I just dread going there, but I know I have to go and check on her. Mm-hmm. So I just dread going there because she wants to hear it. But some days I say, Mom, I'll just have to talk to you about it later, because it really is frustrating sometimes. And then sometimes I'll, even on like Sundays or holidays, we'll be sitting somewhere and she wants to talk about the family business. And I'll just have to say, Mom, the family doesn't want to hear about this. Maybe we can talk about this later.
Absolutely.
Because it really gets to be a problem. I mean, she does want to know all about the day. But
so you feel agitated because you cannot get her to stop talking about the business, even though you want to have family time with her.
That's right. I feel agitated. And I'm kind of the type of person that has to look at the big picture of the whole business. And she kind of sometimes frustrates me because she worries about like the plants that are outside and the potted plants. And sometimes she worries about things that don't look just right. And I'm more worried about the staff and the kids and the whole picture. And, it frustrates me because she is more worried about the small things.
So you feel irritated because you have a different way of kind of looking at how the business is run.
Yes, I do feel irritated, and it sometimes it's just overwhelming to me because I have such a big responsibility with all these precious parents and kids and all these people that I'm involved with.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it is. And then my mom, she's very sweet, but she sometimes can be very irritating.
It leaves you feeling agitated because you cannot get her to talk about family. It's more of a business talk.
Right. So that's kind of where my frustration is that she wants to be involved, but she really can't. And
so you have a lot on your shoulders. You've got all of these kids and all of these parents and all of these teachers. And then at the end of the day, you also have to answer to your mom. And so it's just a lot on your plate to have to rehash all of that throughout the day and then come home and talk to it about your mom as well.
Yeah, sometimes I come home and I just want to do nothing because I'm so worn out from each day. So, yeah. But it's a very rewarding job because the kids, all the things that they do and the hugs they give you and the sweet, kind words. So that's what makes me want to go back and do that more and more.
Absolutely. Well, I thank you so much for taking your time today and talking to me. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.